Barkley. They waited until he put the ball on the floor.
There they are again. Barkley against Person. There's the double down, leaving Perry open. Elliott Perry takes advantage of the double down to put the Suns in front.
And a matchup at the guard, Avery Johnson and Elliott Perry, will be real interesting. Avery Johnson coming off a real strong game.
On the other end, they can get it back by spreading the floor with great perimeter shooting.
This is the matchup that you want to look at right here. AC Green and Sean Elliott. And if AC Green can get any kind of numbers for the...
And some fancy dribbling by the veteran as well.
A legitimate gamble by Avery Johnson there. AC is not going to beat anybody from the perimeter on the dribble.
Barkley recognizes the double team, gets it to Green. 8:15 to play in the opening quarter.
Charles Barkley is always looking to see where the defense is, comes from the weak side, and AC Green goes to the basket. Anytime that happens, Green is going to be right there. He's going to look to score the ball every time he can here in this first quarter. And Charles Barkley and the Suns are now going to have to control the pace of the game. Barkley
backed his confidence by San Antonio.
His brother, Wesley, can't hit either as he faked.
Be really careful about picking up his third foul.
Let's see if they go right at him here.
Barkley's going to try to get to the rim as they give him single coverage. Couldn't control the ball.
Finally got rid of it, and the shot by Perry is good. 7. San Antonio shooting over 50%, getting the good high percentage shots.
Now this is where Barkley needs to step up and really take over offensively, trying to do so right now. But he's got to get some numbers before David is dominating the game. I mean, this is Barkley's team, and even though he's not as great as he once was, it's his job to keep them and make them a factor.
Well, there he is, second in a row as he backed his way in. The jump hook and one at the free throw line.
In that game, he's 2 for 16 from the field. So that meant that he probably shot about 40 times if he got only 16 official goal attempts.
Hit the game tying shot against the Mavericks that sent the game into overtime.
If AC Green starts to make Sean Elliott go to his left, if he can do that, he'll have a better chance to control it.
Barkley out jumping the 7-footer Purdue for the rebound. Tisdale missed it and tapped it in. Makes it again a 10-point lead.
He's just been activated himself off the injured list. Barkley again at the hoop.
Nearly got the roll. He'll shoot 2.
And then misses the one at Mario Elie, hits the 3, and Houston goes on to 2 straight championships.
But he had a monster game. You know, they are always saying about Kevin Johnson, he's not there for the big games. 40 plus that afternoon, and if it weren't for him, they wouldn't have even been close. And you'll see all those expensive suits you were talking about over there.
How about Hot Rod? Hot Rod's got the
in the yellow, or what color is that?
I'm not sure. I wonder if Santa brought
mustard.
Oh,
color. Yeah. I've got 2 or 3 suits like that.
Charles Barkley sinks the free throws. He's got 16 points now, Sir Charles does. He scored all the Suns' points in this second quarter. Person for 3. Barkley the board.
Right now, Barkley is thinking about dominating the game, trying to come all the way, gets another foul.
Almost. Barkley has been the man. He was 2 of 5, 7 points in the first quarter. In the second quarter, he's hit all 3 of his shots and has made frequent trips to the foul line.
Barkley is always dangerous in the middle as either the passer or a guy trying to score. Bob Hill's seen enough of that. He's got David Robinson at the scorer's table to try to shut down Barkley's penetration. They got Person back in, but he's not going to defend anybody.
Nice assist from Barkley.
Chuck Person, Sean Elliott finish with David Robinson.
Del Negro has a dozen. Again, Green wide open, looked to find where the Admiral was and put it in with the left hand. Chuck Person committing his first foul as Barkley almost single-handedly has kept pace with the Spurs.
You look at the size of the San Antonio team versus the size of the Phoenix team. If Phoenix is going to be able to contain them, they've got to have more pressure on the ball.
Shot! Got the roll on the second one.
But all San Antonio, Elliott Perry not a factor today.
Elliott Perry's not even out on the floor right now. They're trying to use Tony Smith to shut things down, trying to get a 3.
He got it.
Can't make the pass.
Robinson misses as he went to the glass. Barkley's outlet collared by Finley. They've got numbers. Green lays it up and in. In the hands of Barkley, checked by Person.
Chuck is saying, Chuck, you can have that deep shot, just don't come in close.
Fall away, Barkley, a beauty. All right, Hannah. Tom Hammond with Bill Walton, Steve Snapper Jones, Jim Gray, and Charles Barkley, who's kept the Suns in it. 12 points this quarter. Since his career with the Suns, since coming over from the 76ers, you see his field goal percentage has steadily declined while his scoring average has stayed relatively the same. And
he's taking more difficult shots now, Tom. His role is different. Remember when he was playing with Philadelphia, particularly in the early years, when he had Dr. J and Charles Barkley working on his physical conditioning. I think he's really made an extra effort at as his career is going on.
Trying to stretch that bad back a little bit. Barkley
that should get the easiest score and can get a shot anytime he wants. But
Charles Barkley took the offense on his broad shoulders. 19 first half points as he carried the Suns from a 10-point deficit. Tom Hammond with Steve Jones, Bill Walton, Jim Gray in Phoenix. They're the leading scorers. Barkley leads all scorers with 19, and AC Green benefiting from the double team of Barkley with 14. Del Negro, Elliott, Robinson, and Johnson all in double.
Better job defensively in containing Avery Johnson. Benny now has lost that off.
Sort of offensive rhythm or pattern right now. They're just standing around getting one-on-one plays.
Around the horn to Finley, who nails the three. Good ball movement by the Suns.
When you can swing it back and forth and have the same guy handle it 2 or 3 times in the middle, you're going to get the defense just spinning around, much the way Chicago Bulls opponents are finding out this year.
Person and the Suns lead cut to 6. Barkley again draws the double team, shot out of it and made it. Wow!
And you say to Chuck Person, when was the last time you blocked a shot, and when was the last time you blocked Charles Barkley's shot? You shouldn't be leaving your feet, but there he goes.
Back at Auburn. It's his 4th foul, Person's 4th.
Westball, very good. And Barkley, when he makes that move to the left baseline, never just goes straight up for the jumper. Barkley, who used to torture.
Del Negro, quick pop. And Barkley another board. He's got a double-double. Person nearly stolen by Del Negro. Barkley leans in, but nothing doing against the Admiral, so Person lays it in from Barkley.
Problem that
found a spot here in San Antonio, and as you saw, among the assist leaders in the NBA. Perry with a nice assist to Barkley for the Jazz.
When David Robinson gets back cut like this by Barkley, you know that he just doesn't have the same mobility and freedom of movement that you normally.
Well, they say Sir Charles can do it all, and he was in action today before the game.
You know what? I told them that you're one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen, and that they should show you on TV today. What is your name? Patty. I am Charles. Nice to meet you. Hey, are you married?
No, I'm not.
You not? Why aren't you married?
I've been there for a while myself.
Well, I tell you what, you don't have to wonder anymore. Somebody got something to say to you.
Patty, I want to know if you'll marry me. Want you to be more. Well,
Everybody in the world wants to know.
Of course I will.
All right.
And there they are watching with a little TV. She had to think about it a minute, you know, before she said okay. And I think Charles promised to perform the ceremony.
Robinson on Barkley.
3 points. So now it's up to the Suns to reestablish some offensive energy, not just be a perimeter team, try to drive that ball to the basket. 10 minutes to go in the game.
Barkley around Robinson for the jam over 2 7-footers. Robinson and Purdue, who came to help.
One of the fans said, that's big time. You know big time there. But David Robinson was too far out on the floor.
Merry Christmas as Sir Charles takes on the Twin Towers with a jam. We'll be back.
He asked Charles if he was going to play next year or not, and Charles said, hey, have I played this year yet?
They need every free throw and every offensive.
At 30 years old. Sean Kemp has probably got 7 years in the league, and he's what, 23 or 24?
Yeah, he is very young.
And he misses a three. Barkley wades in and ties up Chuck Person on the rebound.
Nobody has more fun playing than Charles Barkley. Hey, he takes time to talk to J.R. Reed and say, J.R., you know, that wasn't a jump ball. You know it wasn't a jump ball.
That's one of the reasons he's so much fun to watch, because he's enjoying it so much. Oh, San Antonio only 44%.
You didn't get a copy of his CD, Power Forward? The hot seller over the summer.
Shot clock to 7. Smith. Barkley. Somehow he was able to get inside position and draws the foul.
Well, Bob Hill may have to give his tie away today because he's not liking the way his team is finishing the game. But here's the subtleties of Barkley. In the air and on the way down after the little touch, he just throws it back up to get to the line.
5th foul on Chuck Person.
They've just had no answer for the power forwards, and as the Spurs go into the bulk of the season, which is ahead of us, they got to play night in and night out against the Karl Malones, the Sean Kemps, the Robert Ory's, Eldon Campbell at LA. How are they going to slow down these power forwards?
Don't forget, next Sunday, the NFL playoffs begin. Join us for the AFC wildcard game Sunday, 3:30 p.m. Eastern, as the Indianapolis Colts will take on the San Diego Chargers. That's NFL playoff action, the AFC wildcard game, next Sunday here on NBC.
Most teams can't deal with that list of guys that